Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by the Louisiana Lottery, Manda's Fine Meat, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Turner Industries, CareSouth Medical and Dental, LaBerge Casino, Louisiana 988 Helpline, Exxon Mobil, and Louisiana Propane Association. Hello and welcome to the Jaguar Football Show, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. We come to you each week from Monte Cristo Cigar Bar and Bistro, located at 7808 Howell Boulevard. Come by in the neighborhood of noon and check out some of Chef Celeste's culinary creations and Dominique's libations. You can also catch us about 6 times a week on TV, as you can see on the graphic there, and you can also catch us at your leisure on our digital and social platforms. Perry White, I gotta tell you, man, I thought we had us a win Saturday night when we were up 21-7, and then when we were up 24-14. I thought the Southern University Jaguars had grabbed the intestinal fortitude to take a win.
You know, after this season, we do need Dominique a little bit for some of those libations. It's been a tough one, and it was tough on Saturday when Southern was up by 10, and you had to scratch your head, and we'll see it in the highlights. It was what happened, but it has been the tale of this team all season. The second half is where Southern is falling apart, and once again, it showed its ugly head.
You know, for me, the game seemed to turn on the red zone interception Strother threw. I mean, literally, we were probably on the 15 or less yard line and threatening to score and up 2 scores. And then the game just kind of swung and the momentum kind of swung Texas Southern's way. But, you know, I got to ask, people ask me all the time, you know, Ty, what do you think is the problem? Is it the coaching? Is it the players? Is it the talent? And, you know, it's a combination of all of it. You know, it's just a combination of it all this year. I've never seen a Southern Jaguar team this inept, 1-10. It just kind of hurts.
It does hurt. For the first time since 1949, the Jaguars will go winless at home in A.W. Mumford Stadium. Think about it. What was you doing in 1949?
It wasn't even a thought.
So it's been that long.
It wasn't even a twinkle in my dad's eye.
So for Jaguar fans, this hurts. One more game left with the Bayou Classic, but once again, you had a favorable home schedule with some of the best matchups in the SWAC, Alabama State, Prairie View. You look at Texas Southern, FAMU. I mean, you had some great matchups that would have got fans out, but unfortunately for Southern, they didn't give the fans what they wanted. That was a dub at home.
Let's jump into the highlights from the first half. On Senior Day at A.W. Mumford Stadium, and here you see the Jaguars start off a little stout. Nice tackle right there by Marlo Campbell. And then a great pass from Strother to Cam Jefferson. Took it 51 yards to the house, Barry.
Good speed right there. He broke away and got away from, but once again, Southern's defense allowing Texas Southern to get into the red zone. And
wide open. No man 5 yards close to him. Here we are back on the move again. Good day on the ground from Barry Remo, man. He had a good day rushing with the ball.
Barry Remo, a local kid from Catholic High School.
Yep, sir.
He runs hard. Last year, Southern used him mostly in the fullback position, but this year, because of the injuries, you've seen him getting a lot of play at the running back position. He gave Southern a little boost there.
There you go. Nice touchdown you saw. Jaguars back on defense. That to me seemed like a fumble. I don't know what the refs saw. They called it a incomplete pass, but you know, to me it looked like a pitch.
You know, these days, if you're going down, if all you got to do is move your arm forward, they'll call it incomplete.
Another great run right here by Barry Remo, working hard, shredding some tacklers.
Yeah, and then here you can see Strother right here breaking some, and you see he's pulling it. Mm-hmm. So he has some opportunities in this game, and then Southern's pushing for the first down right here to try to keep those chains moving.
Strother drops it back, gets a little positive 5-yard play right there. Dupree Fuller on the catch and the positive yards. He had a good game.
You know, I'm talking about a tight end that came into the season second team all SWAC, but he's kind of been obsolete this year. We haven't seen much, so it's good to see him back in the fold. And here's that heavy package to try to push him over the goal line to get a touchdown.
Little Jaguar tush push.
That's Nathan Zimmer right there with the field goal, the extra point. And the
Nice
Jags
tackle,
defense,
a nice sack right there by Givens. He had a good day on senior day. Unfortunately, the Jaguars give up a touchdown as the quarter had flipped. Good return. Hicks has had some good returns in the last couple of games. I want to say he had 3 for 53 or 63 on Saturday night.
Yeah, Southern needs to find some space right there in that return game to be able to get some good field position for a struggling offense.
Yeah. Here's Remo again. Remo ran hard, man. He's got a nice low. This is the pick that, you know, to me, just telegraphed it all the way up to the press box. Hey, I'm throwing the ball over to the left flats. Come get it.
And, you know, from your quarterback, you want to see him go through his progressions, but what I've noticed with Strother, he eyes down a receiver, but you get that from a young quarterback who's trying to figure out the system here at Southern.
All right, there you have the first half highlights from the Texas Southern game. When we come back, we're going to have the second half highlights on the Jaguar Football Show. Stay with us.
Louisiana, your area codes just got lucky. Introducing the new Louisiana Lottery Area Code Scratch-Offs. 5 codes, 5 tickets. Top prize, $50,000. Rep your code and play the Area Code Scratch-Offs today.
In December of 2011, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. There's an initial shock, I guess, but instead of turning it into a verdict, I considered it a challenge. As it turned out, Blue Cross Blue Shield, it was amazing. I was able to focus in on getting well, as opposed to wondering how I was going to pay for it. I'm Laura. I'm from New Orleans. I am cancer-free for 13 years and looking forward to so many more.
Mom, you know I hate going to the dentist.
Yes, but you're a real trooper and didn't give Dr. Daniel any problem.
Well, I like Dr. Pam. She really knows how to get me to relax. And I like how my teeth look when we leave Care South.
Well, that's what a good dentist is supposed to do.
At Care South, our dental team works hard to create beautiful smiles and take great care of your teeth. Call us for an appointment today.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
More than a century of fueling those in need has left our name etched in the history books. As the world changes, so do we at ExxonMobil Louisiana, ever evolving to be not an energy company of today, but the energy company of tomorrow. We're committed to tackling the world's toughest energy challenges, leading critical lower emission initiatives and growing opportunity for all. ExxonMobil, more than a century of proud Louisiana loyalty.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show. You know, Perry, second half, we're up. One of the first times this season we've been up. I'm excited. I'm like, okay, the Jaguars are serious about getting a dub on senior day, and we actually played okay in that first half. Unfortunately, the tide shifted. What were you thinking when we were up coming out of the half?
You know, for me, I was just hoping that Southern could put away a game for once in the second half, come out offensively and not make mistakes. And then, as you saw in the first half, and defensively, making some stops, because what we've seen is opposing offenses really attacking Southern's rush defense. And Texas Southern had found some success in the first half. So I was hoping maybe we can make those adjustments and be able to lock down in some of those areas to get the win.
You know, Perry, poor tackling and still playing 10 yards off the receivers is still plaguing us. We are 11 games into the season, and that is still plaguing us. And for me, that is one of the hardest things to understand, why that issue was never fixed.
You know, it just comes down to, when you talk about in the beginning of the show, what people have been asking, what's the problem? Is it the players? Is it the coaching? It's all of the above. Like you said, those coaches have to be able to develop those players to be able to work on some of those mistakes that they've been seeing on film. And it just seems like all year those mistakes have continuously showed themselves, and Southern keeps struggling, and that's been a problem all season.
Well, let's jump into those second half highlights and show the folks what happened in A.W. Mumford Stadium. Again, I was telling you, Gerard Hicks has been doing a good job lately. Here he pulls out a 27-yard return to give us the ball in good position. Here you see Strother hit, I think that's Dupree Fuller, for a nice gainer. First down. Strother decides to use his feet, does the dive thing, man. It's like, man, slide so you don't get hurt, but oh well. He's all right.
And he had 9 carries for 45 yards in this ball game, something we haven't seen a lot of with his legs. But Barry Remo, as you talked about, 24 carries for 120 yards in this game.
Yeah, he had a good day.
And here's Texas Southern once again just finding a weak spot on Southern's defense in the red zone and getting in the end zone. Now, this was the peculiar play. Special teams, Texas Southern gets the ball back. K.J. Cooper hands it off. And this is where the tide starts to change in this ball game.
Yep, because they converted this and made some points out of it.
And once again, running hard in the red zone, trying to find the end zone, but Southern's defense stands them tall.
Until they were not.
That's K.J. Cooper right there for a touchdown. He had an efficient day. 17 of 20 for 210 yards and 3 touchdowns for Texas Southern.
Good run right there by Cam, but he puts the ball on the ground. Lord, you can't hold it like a loaf of bread. They get the ball back, and again, they get some points off a turnover. That was a 14-point swing, Perry. That was the difference in the game right there.
2 turnovers hurt Southern, and that's what I was saying. You have to be able to make – and how much can you put on coaching when it's the turnovers?
Right. And penalties. You know, you can't put the penalties on the coaches either. So here you see Cam working, trying to make something happen with his feet. Cam is really gifted when he uses his feet.
6 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown in this ball game.
There you see him again, going to work. Nice pass right there. Nice juke to gain another 10, 15 yards on that pass play. And there Cam goes into the end zone. 6 for the Jaguars. Extra point failed, unfortunately.
Yeah, this right here, Southern used a timeout right here, right before this conversion, with about 3 minutes and 1 second left on the clock. They only had 2 timeouts already, and it came back to hurt them because on the back end of that, the defense held up strong against Texas Southern, but unfortunately, Southern ran out of time.
Yeah. When we come back, we'll have our top choice players of the week on the Jaguar Football Show. Stay with us.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane. It truly is the fuel for our future.
Find more of what you're looking for at LeBear's Baton Rouge. More of the games you love with 1,000 slots, 50 tables, and a sports book. More of the flavors you crave with the area's best Asian cuisine and great steaks. More staycation relaxation with our rooftop pool, luxury rooms and suites, and epic views of the Mississippi. More top-name performers and the best local artists. Plus an exceptional staff to take care of your every need. Add more to your story at LeBear's Baton Rouge.
To protect my mental health, I like to listen to music and go on walks and just try to clear my mind.
I like to just go home, turn off all electronics, go on Do Not Disturb on my phone, and just sit there and prepare for the next day.
I read my Bible app every morning, and I also read daily affirmations just to make sure I stay motivated in my day-to-day.
Please call 988 if you're struggling with mental health or you need someone to talk to.
Hello and welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show. We're here, of course, at Monte Cristo Cigar Bar and Bistro. Mondays at noon. Come and see the show shot. Talk a little SU football. In this segment, Perry, we always have the top choice players of the week. And this week, the top choice players of the week on offense were Ashton Strother. He had 191 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also, we had to give it to Barry Remo. The kid was grimy. I think he had 113 yards and a touchdown on the ground. On the defensive side, Kelby Givens came to play. He had 5 tackles and 1.5 sacks. And, you know, you got to give him some love because Kelby was a warrior for the Jaguars for 4 years. Hate to see him go, but looking forward to hopefully seeing him on Sundays. And then, of course, the special teams, Gerard Hicks. He had 3 returns for 53 yards. So congrats, guys, and good effort on your parts. After the game, Joe Dupree and I caught up with 2 of those guys, Barry Remo and Kelby Givens, and Joe Dupree filed this report.
Well, Todd, I'm here with Barry Remo, and Barry, you were running that rock tonight. Listen, it didn't come out the way we wanted to, but you had 1 TD, 113 yards. Talk to me about running in between the tackles. Looked like you had that timing perfect where you stopped, saw the opening, and took off.
I trust and believe in all my 5 offensive linemen in front of me. So preparing throughout the week during inside drill, perimeter, I just knew it probably was going to be a big game for me. And it's just like all the trust and belief in me and my teammates.
Well, man, you were running through there like a Mack truck. We got a little time off. Next big game, Bayou Classic in New Orleans. What do we have to do to prepare to get ourselves a little bit mentally fortified that we come away with a W in this game?
So going into the class, we already know it's going to be a hostile environment because, you know, it's the last game of the year. You know, Grambling, you know, their record is better than ours at the time. But just for us, I feel like we just need to, you know, focus in what we need to do is, like, prepare on the little things, you know, the little mistakes, take care of our body, just go in the film room and see where we can correct the fine, intricate detail at.
I'm here with Kelby Givens, and Kelby, senior, last home game in the Bluff. You did your thing tonight, even though we came up short. You had 5 tackles, 1.5 sacks. Talk to me, man. How did it feel tonight knowing that this is it, man? I know you're moving on to bigger and better things. We still got another game, but talk to me about tonight, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of tough. Like my last game in Montfort, so like emotions were everywhere. My whole family was here, so it was an unforgettable experience. But man, I just wish I could play one more. But you know, it is what it is.
Well, speaking about the game, let's talk about that. We were really in it. We were really in it. I think some of the mental mistakes. How do we correct that as we move on now? The next big game, it'll be your last Bayou Classic. Talk to me what we need to do to improve to come out with a win at the Classic.
Well, I just feel like we got to pay attention to detail more and just execute better. And I feel like that's how we'll control that.
You heard it right here, Todd, on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thank you, Perry. Not Perry. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Kelby, and thank you, Barry. When we come back, we're going to be talking some Bayou Classic a little bit. We're going to be talking some SU potential coaches on the Jaguar Football Show. Stay with us.
More than a century of fueling those in need has left our name etched in the history books. As the world changes, so do we at ExxonMobil Louisiana, ever evolving to be not an energy company of today, but the energy company of tomorrow. We're committed to tackling the world's toughest energy challenges, leading critical lower emission initiatives, and growing opportunity for all. ExxonMobil, more than a century of proud Louisiana loyalty.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
At CareSouth Medical and Dental WIC, we take pride in helping families to better understand their nutritional needs. Our goal is to help expecting mothers and new mothers to take the best care of themselves and develop a healthy lifestyle that will benefit their infants from birth to childhood. When you participate in the WIC program, you will receive healthy, nutritious foods, breastfeeding support, and nutritional counseling. At CareSouth WIC, we believe healthy families are the best families. Call us for an appointment today at 225-650-2093.
My name is Trina. I'm from New Orleans, and I've been with Blue Cross Blue Shield for almost a year. Last year, it was right after my husband and I got married, I was diagnosed with a heart condition. When I received the diagnosis, I was terrified. And it was just so reassuring to know that I was covered. It's very empowering. Having the Blue Cross Blue Shield card in my wallet feels like armor. I'm just like, wow.
Don't be afraid. Conquer your fears. And play. Midnight Money. Win up to $13,000. Midnight Money from the Louisiana Lottery.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show. Perry, of course, next week, this coming weekend, is our traditional open week, and the Jaguars have 2 weeks to get ready for the Bayou Classic against the Grambling State Tigers. The Tigers have had just a little bit better season than us, and unfortunately, their quarterback, Xavier Tissett, is still not really well. There's not a whole lot coming out about him, so I'm not sure where he is health-wise, but it's really, really guarded. So we're still wishing and praying the best for Xavier Tissett. So we'll talk a little bit more Grambling next week's show when we have a whole lot of time because we have no highlights. But Perry, let's get down into the coaching search weeds. You know, it's a lot of questions of who that next coach will be. And, you know, I'm hearing a few names, you know, and some of those names are to be expected. What are you hearing, and how do you feel the search is going?
You know, for me, I'm hearing the same, and I'll be honest with Jaguar fans out there. You know, a lot of times you go with the familiar names.
Yeah.
I think familiar names, we've seen where it's gotten us at this point right now. So, you know, to throw some names out there, Chennis Berry and Trey Oliver, 2 names who are familiar. Both were offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator here at Southern. Chennis, of course, at South Carolina State. Trey now at North Carolina Central. I've heard the name Marshall Falk out there. I've heard Tyrann Mathieu. You know, it goes all over the place. One of the guys that I've been pushing
Honey
for,
Badger?
The Honey Badger. One of the guys I've been pushing for and that I'm a big fan of is Joel Taylor at the University of West Georgia, who's transitioned a program from Division II to Division I. And he had them at one point ranked in the top 25 this year in the FCS and took them down to Nichols and Thibodeau and whooped up on them. But the names are kind of all over the place right now, and we're just going to have to sit back and wait to see how this thing unfolds.
Well, you know, when people ask me about the situation and you bring up a name like Marshall Falk, the challenge for me is that you really, as a head coach today, you have to have some colleagues and a coaching tree that's willing to come with you. you know, whoever the head coach is, he's going to need an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, a special teams coordinator, a strength coach, some recruiting guys. And so it's not something that you can just pick somebody like a Marshall Faulk and it all work out because I think you got to be invested in the profession as far as I'm concerned. But we'll see, and we wish the committee all the best in making that decision.
And I got to ask you, do you have time at this point of where Southern's football at to watch a guy learn how to be a head coach?
That's true. That's true. Well, I'm going to say this last little bit about it, and we're going to go to break. I always had respect for Pete Richardson, who got me in this game, Eddie Robb, J.C. Gordon, Archie Cooley, all of these giants in black college football who really made a career of this. And, you know, they bled and sweat for HBCU football. And so if somebody just come off the couch to be the coach, I'm not so sure that's the best thing. When we come back, we're going to close out this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show.
To protect my mental health, I just take little breaks during stressful situations and realize where you are and what you're doing and reevaluate the situation from a different angle.
I like to journal, listen to music, and like go on walks. The scenery really like uplifts me.
I personally listen to music, I read books. I give myself affirmations to know that I'm going to be okay, and I know that I am better at defeating my mental.
Protect your mentals. Find more of what you're looking for at LeBear's Baton Rouge. More of the games you love with 1,000 slots, 50 tables, and a sports book. More of the flavors you crave with the area's best Asian cuisine and great steaks. More staycation relaxation with our rooftop pool, luxury rooms and suites, and epic views of the Mississippi. More top-name performers and the best local artists, plus an exceptional staff to take care of your every need. Add more to your story at LeBear's Baton Rouge.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Enjoy the open week, and we'll see you next Monday. Go Jags!